Here we go. All right. When you have a bunch of stuff like this multiplied together, this is called a term. So all of this is one term. The number in front right here, I've used this word probably a couple times. It's called the coefficient. Huh? Okay, so 3 is the coefficient for this term. Okay, another term could be created if I put like a -2 or +3. Pluses and minuses separate the terms. So maybe I'll make another term here like x cubed y or something. Okay, so now I have 2 terms. And you could think of the coefficient for this term as like a -2. Okay, these things, when you have a bunch of terms added together like this, they're called polynomials. We got a lot of terms today. Have you guys seen this prefix poly before? Anybody remember what it means? Huh? Means many, I guess is what it means.
That looks terrifying.
Okay, so if you have a one-term polynomial, it's called a monomial. Have you guys seen this prefix before?
Yep.
Mono.
2 is
1.
Okay, yeah, what do you think 2 is going to be? Binomial. 3 is going to be trinomial. Okay, they didn't make a name for 4 terms. So it's not quadnomial. If there are 4 terms, it's just another polynomial. So should we write down other polynomial? The book wrote down polynomial. Technically all of these are polynomials, though. But it's just like some other kind. So they don't have names for anything past 3. Okay. So what kind of polynomial is this right here? Binomial. That'd be this one. Okay, if I add, let's say +7 over here, this is still a term even though it's one thing. So now this is a trinomial. Okay, so that's classifying the polynomial. And then we got another word to learn. And that is degree. We're actually almost done with the new stuff. Degree. Okay, the degree of the polynomial is you take the term with the largest powers and add them together. Okay, so let's look at this first term. If I added all these powers together for the first term, what would it be? 2 plus 1 plus 3, 6. Now, if I look at this term, oh geez, not again.
Oh,
Yes.
amen, Father.
Mr. Jordan, we should go outside now.
Nope.
Yeah. What? This is an outrage. I want to get Arizona cable and just build that. Especially that one.
I didn't want to get this done and over with. I was actually learning. I don't want to be getting engraved in my
Does that ever get annoying? We were going somewhere.
When the power flashes? Well, it hardly ever happens.
Why has that been happening?
I don't know, it's strange.
Has the sun decided to burn everything?
So everything deleted on
You do know we don't have internet. Like, what is this for? You can
We
put
did
rain.
a couple minutes ago.
Well, we don't when the power's out. So we don't know when that's gonna rock.
Well, you don't need internet for the smart board.
We don't.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's not that bad.
shapes.
It's
We have to learn the shapes. Why are shapes in?
That's geometry.
I know, but.
English class. This is stupid. It's math. It's not gonna make sense.
A book has words in it that I've never even knew existed.
Okay.
That's not surprising.
Now this will be messed up. So, listen. The degree we were talking about, remember that? This was 2 plus 1 plus 3. Somehow that got erased to 6. This one would be 3 plus 1. 4. This one,
Would be 7.
no. No.
1.
0. Because there's not even an x, so it'd be like x to the 0. There is no power on this one. There's not even an x or a y over here. So, the degree, here's the thing though, the degree of the entire polynomial is 6. So you just use like the big one, the biggest one. So you don't like add all these together. The term with the highest powers is the first one, which is usually the case. And it's 6. So the degree of this polynomial is 6. Okay. Now, what makes something not a polynomial? There's like one no-no, but it can look like two different. There's a couple different ways it can look. Okay, one thing that would make this not a polynomial is if I divide by some variable. Okay, if I put like an m down here or whatever, this is not a polynomial anymore. Okay, if I put a number down here, that's okay. Okay, this is fine. But if you divide by some variable, it's not a polynomial. Also, if I put a negative on the exponent, what does x to the negative third mean? It means it goes to the bottom. So when you have a negative exponent, that's like you're dividing by something. So this would make it not a polynomial. So
What if you put 6m on the bottom?
yeah, as long as there's some letter down here, it's not going to work. Like W. Yeah, any variables on the bottom. Okay, you guys ready?
Yes.
We're going to fly through it. We're going to be efficient. If the power doesn't flash again. Okay, on number 1, these are going to go quick. You got to be ready. What is the degree of number 1? Girls? 7. Do you guys know where it is?
What page are we on?
372. Okay, yeah, do you guys see where they got that from?
No.
The degree is the powers added together.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, number 3, what would the degree of number 3 be? Okay, 0.
Is that how it works for number 2 too?
You just look at exponents.
Yeah, look at the exponents. On number 2, what would the degree be?
Number 2?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Um,
What else?
1.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay.
Because it's x, so it's like x to 1. Yeah.
Wait, how did you get that? Is 1.
Yep. Mono means 1. I'm trying to think of words with mono, and the only thing I can think of is monocle. You guys know what a monotone is? One tone, you know. People have accused me of being monotone.
That's what I thought the first day. And, yeah. But then I realized
Okay, number 5. So there's 2 questions on this section. The first one is, what kind of polynomial is it? So what kind of polynomial is number 5? If you read the directions, it says classify each expression as a monomial, binomial, trinomial, or other polynomial, or not a polynomial.
Binomial?
On number 5,
Number 6. Oh, number 5. That's binomial.
binomial. It's got 2 terms. The terms are separated by pluses and minuses. Okay, the second question is, what is the degree of this polynomial? What's the degree of 8? Okay, so you just look at the first term. You don't look at the second term. You look at the term with the biggest powers, the first term. So 3 plus 5, basically, is 20, yes. Number 7, what kind of polynomial is that? How many terms are there? No, 4. Okay, 4 does not have a special name. So the book just put polynomial. I think they probably should have just written other, but we'll go ahead and stick with, because technically all of these are polynomials, so not really a good answer. All right, anyways, what is the degree of number 7?
2?
No.
3?
3.
Oh, you add.
Because you add.
Imaginary.
The first term is 2 plus 1. So it's 3. Whoops.
For number 12, it has a negative exponent.
Right. On number 9, what kind of polynomial is that? Well, normally it would be trinomial, but
Oh, it would be polynomial.
no. You guys remember what we talked about?
Is it not polynomial?
If you divide by a variable, it's no longer a polynomial. So it's, if you divide by a variable, it is not a polynomial. In that case, it doesn't really have it doesn't have a degree, so you don't have the second answer on this one.
Not poly.
Okay, number 11, what kind of polynomial is that? Binomial. And what is the degree? 3. X to the 3rd. 13, what kind is that?
Not.
Nope. Okay, it's not dividing by a variable.
Oh, okay.
So it's a
Monomial.
3, there's 3 terms. Trinomial. Okay, what is the degree? 5. See where she got that? 2 plus 3 on the exponents on the first term. Alright. This next section is almost the same thing. There is one thing that's different though. They say write each polynomial in standard form. So standard form means we're going to put the biggest power first. The term with the largest powers goes first. So on 15, what do you guys think we should put first? Yeah, but that 2x squared we should think of as a negative because there's a minus in front of it. So negative 2x squared comes first. And then what should come next? 3x. Because that's a positive 3x, that would be like a plus 3x. And then that leaves the middle term, the plus 5. Okay. Does everybody understand why we put it in this order? The largest power, the second largest power, the smallest power. Okay, and then they ask the same questions as before. What kind of polynomial is this? Or actually they ask what's the degree next. What's the degree of this polynomial? 2. What kind of polynomial is it? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Trinomial. All right, 17. So what do you guys think should go first on 17? That is is correct. Negative 6x to the fifth, largest power. Then followed by, yeah, and the 1/3 is positive, so we're going to put plus 1/3 x squared minus 4x. And that leaves plus 12. What is the degree of this polynomial? 5. And what kind of polynomial is it? Other. Yeah. I kind of regret, I should have just had you guys write other. Maybe other poly. That's okay. We will survive. If barely. Okay, 19. Which one do you guys think should go first? 6x to the fourth is correct. The largest. And then what comes second? Minus 7. X squared y. And then that leaves the 2xy. And that would be... What is the degree of this polynomial? 4. And what kind of polynomial is it?
Trinomial.
1, 2, 3, trinomial. Oh, there is it's called a unicycle. I was trying to think of more mono words. Okay, 20 starts off weird, so I'm going to do the first part of 20. So on 20, do you guys see what the issue is on 20?
There's like 4 of them that have
Yeah, there's like a tie. A bunch of them have a degree of 4, a bunch of the terms. So what the book does, and what like all books do, they kind of prioritize alphabetical order. So what comes first, X or Y? X. So they're going to do the big X term first. So guess what they did? The X term with the highest power. Highest X power. X to the fourth. They put X to the fourth first. 20 is the only one like this. I'm not too concerned about it, but we'll go ahead and do this one right. And then guess what they put second?
3x.
Yeah, the second biggest X term, the X cubed Y. And then guess what they put third? You have guessed correctly. Now this next one kind of ruins what I said. They didn't put the largest degree next. They put the next X term because they're prioritizing the X's. So they actually put 5xy next. And then they put the Y term. That's the big one. Okay, remember there's 2 more answers, but since it's an even, I'm going to leave that to you guys. Okay. All right. 21 is kind of just old stuff. Oh, by the way, I forgot I have a test to pass out to you guys. On the test, this was the part that kind of bugged me the most. So a few of us did get this right, but most of us didn't. Okay, if I do this and I plug in -2, what do I get? +4. Okay, most of the class put -4. Okay, why is this +4? We're squaring all of x. So if you're using your calculator, which I assume you guys all were, you would have to put parentheses. Because you want to square the negative, not just the 2. If you don't put parentheses, it will not square the negative. This would come out as -4, because order of operations, square first, then the negative. Okay, anyways, that's kind of the only thing we have to worry about in this last section too. So that kind of screwed your guys' graph up on the back page. A few people got it right, like I said, but okay, x equals 3, y equals 2, but yeah. You can use your calculator on this, but you just have to watch out for squaring negatives. X squared plus 4z minus 8. So if it's just 3 squared, you don't really need parentheses, because that's not going to screw it up. So if you're simplifying like without a calculator, basically you do each term first. And then you add or subtract at the end. 9 minus 4 is 5, minus 8 is -3. Wait, something's wrong.
Yeah, you plugged in -1 instead of
Oh, I plugged y in for z. Alright. Now we're good? 9 plus 8 is 17, minus 8, 9. Alright, what's 23 say? 2x cubed y. Minus 6, no, plus x squared y. Minus 5xyz. Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. You don't necessarily need to use parentheses, it just looks nicer when you do sometimes. Because if I just put like dot -1, kind of looks like a minus, it just looks messier. On the calculator, it doesn't really matter, but. Alright, x squared times y. Yeah, parentheses again. Minus 5 times x times y times z. Yeah, this one's kind of a mess. 27 times 2 is 54. 3 squared is 9 times -1. 5 times 3 times 2 is 30 times -1. Okay, -54 minus 9, -63 plus 30. Alright. Lumos. 5x4 y squared z cubed. This one's actually smaller, thankfully. Okay, 5 times 3 cubed. Alright. If I plug this in the calculator, it would be wrong. Can anybody tell me why it would be wrong?
Because there's no parentheses.
Yeah, we gotta square all of -1, not just the 1. So it's gotta look like that. Alright, anyways.
Why does the 3 have a cube above it?
Oh, because I copied it down wrong. That's why. All of this comes out to kind of big, 3,240. All the evens are like less than 100. Let's put it that way. it gets something huge like that. All right, you guys got 20 minutes. Let's try and have no homework. That's our goal.
Yep. Yeah, are you actually bleeding?